You're about to enter a plant where we make products that must comply with the regulatory principles of good manufacturing practice, which are sometimes called current good manufacturing practice and are known globally by the abbreviations CGMP or GMP, which is a name we'll use throughout this program. It's our policy that everyone entering the plant for the first time should watch this short GMP training video to the trauma caused by faulty products than someone who's fit and healthy. The traditional way to control the quality of any product was, and sometimes still is, to make it and then to check that it works. Unfortunately, with virtually all healthcare products, the only way to test them requires their total destruction, which means that rather than wait until the production process is completed, in this industry we systematically pre-plan and place strict controls on every activity and every process. And then, the facilities in which drugs are manufactured must be to a standard that does nothing to impair the product. So appropriate buildings must contain appropriate finishes, with temperatures and humidity appropriate to the product, while allowing people to work in comfort. Of course, machines and equipment correct for the application must be correctly installed and working, and equally they and the environment that houses them must be properly cleaned and sanitized. When parenteral products must be stopped from entering the product during manufacture. This is absolutely critical for products that are used for the treatment of open wounds in the eyes and, of course, for injection. One of the factors common to all three groups of contaminants is that their source, or the way they're carried, is often obscure, although particles and dust may originate from the building, from machinery, from containers, and from the materials used. Tools of every description are a major potential source of contamination, usually because they're carried from job to job. Above all, people are the great contaminators, who not only transport contamination from other places on their clothes and shoes, but also create it in huge quantities in the form of skin scales, which, on a normal weekly cycle, we constantly regenerate, shed, and then disperse into the atmosphere by the hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions, each minute of the day. Microorganisms, which again normally live in and on our bodies, are also dispersed because they continue to thrive on the dead and discarded jewelry. But you'll be told about that if it's necessary. We can't stress too strongly that, in common with other manufacturers in this field, controlling microbiological contamination is one of our major preoccupations, and this is a consideration that applies particularly to people who are not well. If you have a cold or the flu or another infection, firstly, please advise your supervising contact immediately. And secondly, if you're on a course of medication,